Good day, and welcome to today's discussion, where we delve into one of the most pressing international developments currently capturing global attention: the escalating tensions involving Iran and the United States, particularly concerning the situation around the Strait of Hormuz. This story is not merely a regional affair, it holds significant implications for global stability and economic security, making it crucial for us to examine it thoroughly. The Strait of Hormuz is a vital artery in the world's energy supply chain. Approximately one-fifth of the world's petroleum passes through this narrow passage, connecting the Persian Gulf with the vast expanse of the Arabian Sea. Any disruption in the strait can instantly impact oil prices worldwide, reverberating through economies large and small. In recent weeks, the situation has grown increasingly precarious as the United States adopts a more assertive stance, reinforcing its military posture in response to Iranian actions perceived as provocative. To understand the gravity of this development, we must take a step back and consider the broader geopolitical landscape. The tensions between Iran and the United States are not new, but they are part of a complex web of interactions that include military confrontations, diplomatic stalemates, and economic sanctions. Each of these elements feeds into a cycle of escalation that seems resistant to de-escalation efforts, making the current standoff particularly volatile. The United States has signaled its intent to ensure the Strait of Hormuz remains open, a task that involves demonstrating military resolve. Such displays are meant to deter potential threats, yet they also risk provoking further confrontation. This delicate balance of power is a test of both strategic patience and diplomatic ingenuity. Crucially, this is not just about the United States and Iran, it's about the ripple effects that any conflict in this region could have on the global stage. The economic implications are immediate and severe. Rising tensions can lead not only to higher oil prices, but also to increased shipping insurance costs, impacting global supply chains. For nations heavily reliant on energy imports, fluctuations in oil prices can affect everything from transportation costs to the production of goods, potentially triggering broader economic instability. This situation places a spotlight on the vulnerability of global markets to regional conflicts, illustrating just how interconnected our world has become. As we move beyond the economic lens, the political dimensions come into sharp focus. The U.S. administration's approach involves a combination of military posturing and diplomatic signaling, aimed at compelling Iran to alter its course. However, there is a fine line between applying pressure and closing off avenues for negotiation. Critics argue that an over-reliance on military solutions might stymie diplomatic efforts, making peaceful resolution more elusive. International allies and partners are watching this situation closely, as their economic interests are deeply intertwined with the stability of global shipping routes. There is a growing expectation for a coordinated international response should tensions escalate further. Such coordination is not without its challenges, as nations often have differing strategic interests and domestic pressures to consider. Should the situation deteriorate, the potential fallout could extend beyond immediate economic shocks. Diplomatic efforts related to other regional issues, such as hostage negotiations and ceasefire agreements, could become more complicated. The broader security landscape in the Middle East might also shift, with implications for long-standing alliances and emerging partnerships. In reflecting on these developments, it is clear that this is not just a regional dispute. It is a moment that could redefine aspects of international relations and global market dynamics. The challenge lies in navigating these treacherous waters with prudence and foresight. This is a time for careful diplomacy, informed strategies, and collaborative international engagement. As we conclude today's analysis, it is important to recognize the multifaceted nature of this crisis. The interplay of military, economic, and political factors creates a complex tapestry that demands a nuanced understanding. The outcome of this standoff will likely influence not just the immediate region, but also set precedents for how similar conflicts might be managed in the future. In observing these unfolding events, we are reminded of the delicate balance required to maintain global peace and stability. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to further discussions as the situation evolves.